morning. We are out here working on another project I'm super excited about. So we are putting in our dahlia and rose field. We're using a piece of grass that we're not using, that nobody ever is on, that the kids don't really play on, and it doesn't have great pressure for sprinklers. So we are turning it into a moneymaker, and we're going to do the dahlias here. So let me show you what we have going on. All right, so this is our spot. Oops, as I fall down the hill. So we're doing it in front of our vegetable garden that someday we'll have lots of beds in here. But I have grand plans for this. So what we're going to do is we're laying down the landscape cloth, and that's going to be our aisleways to keep the grass out of the beds, hopefully, which this whole area is Bermuda grass. So that's kind of crappy because we are constantly dealing with, this whole property has tons of Bermuda grass. Ed's shovel guitaring. You're rocking out with a shovel guitar?
Yeah, we're fancy. No air guitar, shovel guitar.
All right, so we're putting down the landscape cloth in the aisleways, and then what we're going to do is put 4-foot beds in between the aisles, and then so we'll have dahlias. We're gonna have 2 rows of dahlias, 2 rows of dahlias, roses, lavender, and then this will all be a big dahlia field. I think we should be able to fit back like 250 dahlias, if not more, in here. Actually, more than that. These are 4 by 40, 160. Oh, should fit like 1,000 dahlias back here, actually. But roses are coming this week, so we've got to get this ready to be able to plant roses. Dahlias are not ready to be planted yet. Dahlias we can't plant here. We plant dahlias about the middle of end of February, middle of March. So we don't need to get those in the ground yet, but we got to get this prepped for roses. So here we go. So Ed is digging up sprinklers. We have pop-up sprinklers back here.
Can I add, these are the sprinklers that we put in 2 years ago to have a beautiful lawn, and now we're taking them out for a garden, which I love because flowers are beautiful.
There's always a change of plans around here. I have way too many grand ideas. Yeah. So we're not taking out the whole sprinkler system though. We're just taking out the pipes, which is not a big deal. You just dig them up.
Sprinkler head.
Or just a sprinkler head.
Capping it. So if we ever want to switch back, we can. But this is going to be under a pathway. The other ones are going to get set up with drip. So turn sprinklers into drip.
Yeah. So we just changed the pipe the fitting that comes out of the pipe to make it drip.
Yep.
So this one we're capping because it's in the aisleway and we can't use it. And then there's 2 more that we're going to use for the actual drip system. And then he's going to come through with the tractor and dig up the aisles and amend them with compost, right?
Yep.
Favorite part, tractor work.
This sprinkler is related to the famous actor Joaquin Phoenix, because when we put the pathway, it's going to be Joaquin over it. So we got to plug it. Get it? Joaquin over it.
Got it. Got it.
That's good.
Okay, hi. I was gone most of the day. I had to leave to go run and do mom stuff. I've been running around all day, but I left John and Ed here, Ed on the tractor, to get the beds dug. So let's see what he did. So he got 2 of the rows dug out. So this first row is going to be roses, which I'm excited about. Those will go in this week. I've got roses coming on Wednesday. Wednesday. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And then this row is going to be dahlias. Then the second row that he dug, and then the third row that he will dig is also going to be dahlias. And I'm actually thinking, now that I'm looking at it, I think I have some of that black plastic that like solarizes the ground. So I think I'm going to lay that down and see if I can kill more of the Bermuda grass that's in these beds that are open now. He dug out a lot of it, but there's still tons of it in there. And Bermuda grass is such a nightmare to get out. So I think I'm going to see if I can do that I can put down some solar plastic. There's a geese flying overhead.
Tractor time! That's going to be my catchphrase. Tractor time!
It's your favorite thing.
That's what I'm good at. Tractoring. well, got the backhoe, so kind of hoeing, but you know, don't tell my mom, she won't be proud.
So not bad for one day of progress. So we'll see. At least we're able to plant roses and dahlias. We've got a couple more months, so yay! All right, look what just showed up. This is the first of 40 roses we have being delivered this spring. This is just 6 of them. The other ones are coming from a different supplier, but we're gonna open these and see what's going on. All right, we're gonna unbox these, see what they look like. Ooh, they look nice. Okay, we have, and I will put pictures on the screen of which roses these are. This one is Coco Loco. The sun is setting right in my face, so Coco Loco. Inside the box there's instructions on how to take care of them, on what to do with them. Pick the right location, choose a location with good drainage that receives 6 hours of sunlight a day, which we have. Give your rose at least 3 to 4 feet of space from other plants. For large shrubs, climbers, and ramblers, give your roses 6 to 8 feet of space. Dig a hole 24 inches wide, 24 inches deep. Remove soil from the hole, mix with potting soil, and amend with heirloom roses, aged cow manure, compost, and bone meal per package instructions. We don't have that. We have our own aged horse manure, compost, and bone meal. Do not use soil premixed with granular fertilizer. You don't want to fertilize bare root roses because it's too much for them right now. You want them to just be able to get settled in and start to grow. Then you can fertilize them later in the year when they actually start having flowers on them and their roots are more established. Remove the rose from its pot. Remove the bamboo stick. I hear baby goats somewhere else besides here. We have baby goats on our farm, but I'm hearing baby goats somewhere else. I know our neighbors just got baby goats, but those are not coming from their house. I'm trying to figure out what is happening. So it says plant the rose in the center of the hole about 1 inch deep, deeper than the soil line in the pot, and then fill in the hole around the rose with the soil mixture made. What? Yeah, the moon is higher. Joey's very obsessed with the moon right now. Alright, so let's see this rose. Yeah, there's an airplane. This is a bag that they come in, and it says to remove the bag and water the rose. So these are not in a pot at all. These are bare root completely, which I thought they were. But I thought that it said they would be in a pot, but they're not. They're just in a bag. So we're actually going to leave that bag on these. So we're not planting these tonight. We're going to plant them tomorrow. All right, so what else do we have in here? We also have this one is, again, I'll put on the picture, Perfuma Earth Angel. I'm actually really excited about the Coco Loco. The Coco Loco it's kind of a beigey color that is the color of the year, which all of the flower farmers are pretty upset about color of the year, the Pantone color of the year, because it is a sad beige. And so that's hard for flower farmers to have flowers that match that. But the Coco Loco is actually pretty close to it. So I'm actually excited about that. And then our third one that we have in this box, our final one in this box, is Hot Cocoa. Ooh, this is a really pretty Hot Cocoa. And it's a really pretty deep red, almost chocolatey red color. It's a nice one. And then these are, like I said, these are all from heirloom roses. You can see the name here. Heirloom Roses grows all their roses on their own rootstock, which is nice. It's actually better for the roses to be on their own rootstock. You can go on the Red's website and research about it. I've researched all about it, but yeah, you can research all about why it's better to be on their own rootstock. But it is. So these are from there. So Heirloom Roses is a great company out of Oregon or Washington. I can't remember where they ship from. It might say on the thing somewhere. Oregon. From Oregon. Nice, cool, family-owned company. They did a podcast on Dig Plant Watery. No. They were guests on a podcast on the Dirt on Flowers. Oh, you got an orange? Yeah, I'll open it. And it was really cool to hear him and just get to know his company more. I had already ordered my roses from them when I heard him, but it was cool. Yeah, they move so high in the sky. But they did a podcast if you want to learn more about the company and who they are and what they're all about. That's cool. Someday, maybe I'll get to go up there and see it. Are you making faces? You're so goofy. Joey's here with me. Do you hear those baby goats, Joey? Here. All right, in here, I know I have another Coco Loco in here because I ordered 2 of them. Then we also have this is like Christmas morning for me. This is Paris d'Aves Saint Laurent. I don't speak French. Can you see that? Ooh, there we go. That's what kind of rose this is, and I can't remember what it looks like. I just see pictures online and read about them, and then I think, I need to have that one, and that one, and that one, and then I can't remember what I ordered. Plus, I ordered these a long time ago, because you can select when you want them shipped, and so I ordered them, like in October, so it's been a while. And then this one is Mr. Lincoln, which I'm excited about this one. And then this one is Mr. Lincoln, and this one's a beautiful red rose. So can you see it? Mr. Lincoln. So that's what this one is. So I'm gonna leave these in their bags tonight. I'm just gonna punch holes in the bottom of them, so that it doesn't grow mold or anything, which I don't think it will, but I'm gonna leave these in their bags. They said that this is plastic-free shipping in these bags, and the zip ties are biodegradable, which is pretty cool. And then we have one more. This is the other. So 2 Coco Locos, and then 4 other ones. So these will go in the ground probably tomorrow. I'll show you the planting spot that we got prepped for them. You can see the tractor's back here. Ed's been digging up roses, or digging up the dirt, and then we're going to get these in the ground. So I will show you that. I'll come back tomorrow and film the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to show you what we have going on here. Okay, so you can see that Ed dug up. We've got the 3 rows here. So we did 4-foot rows with 3 foot in between. And our weed cloth that I had put down is 3 foot, but we ran out, so I needed to buy new. So I actually bought 4 foot because I want it to go down and overlap into the bed a little bit, because we're not going to be planting anything right on the edges, but I want to be able to have it so that the weeds, the grass, because we have the Bermuda grass back here so bad, I want the Bermuda grass, the cloth to go down and block more of the Bermuda grass. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better to do it that way. So I got the cloth today, and I'm going to lay down the wider rows. Sound like the tractor crashed. I'm going to pull these ones up and then lay down the wider stuff and stable it all down. We're going to start here with this row, because this is the first row. These are going to be roses, and this is going to be dahlias. We're going to start here and do this row, and then I'm going to do that side, so that this whole row here will be completely done. So. This is heavy, and I just slammed it down on my foot. sleeve cloth is nice because it has 12-inch spaces on it. It's got markers for where the middle is and then 12 inches each direction. So if you're using it for planting, you've got it marked. And so the tractor pulled up the string and it don't really work. So the sleeve cloth will be a better measurement, but it's going to be interesting to see how off this row is. So now that we have it laid out straight, we're going to go through and put stakes in it and get it all staked down. Out. So I'm going to just stick down this side. This side will be done. That side needs some fine Alright, so that's good with that one. We are going to do the same thing with the next two rows. Okay, I was gonna put down the third row of fabric, but I think I'm gonna leave it open because I'm gonna have him drive the tractor up here and dump compost in this row. That way he won't be driving on the cloth, and then when he's done dumping the compost, I will put down the weed cloth. Because we did these rows backwards and we started on the outside, and then he had to drive the truck, and it was a big, huge thing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him drive those, dump compost. We got to get the rest of the grass out of these beds. There's still clumps of grass that he wasn't quite able to get up, and then we will start planting them. Well, these two are gonna sit empty for about 2 months until March. Then we can plant dahlias in there, and then this third one, the first row, we're going to plant roses in this week. I'm going to have them dump compost in it this week. So, to be continued. So I just want to show you how beautiful these roses come, even though they're shipped here. Look how they've got new growth coming on them. They've got just a couple branches that are a little bit dried out, dead, but that's normal for this time of year especially. And they are just beautiful. Tons of growth, tons of green branches on them. I'm super excited about these and to get them in the ground. Okay, it's the next day and we mostly have the beds laid out. This one needs to be staked still, but I'm getting panicked about getting the roses in the ground. So we are going to start putting the compost down in these beds in just the first 12 feet. So I have 12 roses to plant. I'm going to plant them 2 feet apart in rows of 2 in this row here. So we're putting down the compost in this row here so that we can get to it with the tractor, 12 feet down, which is what that cardboard is. And then we're going to put the compost here, 12 feet down with no cardboard below it. I'm not doing the cardboard below the roses because they're deep rooted, and because I'm planting them right now, the cardboard won't have time to decompose before they need to get down to the soil below. This is going to sit for next couple months until the end of March when I decide to plant dahlias. So this one we're going to dump the compost on top of the cardboard now and let it sit for the next 2 months. So Ed has brought in 1 load of compost. I need to get it raked out, and then he's going to bring another load. I'm probably going to do these really deep so that I can plant the dahlias deep. Some of my learning is that dahlias are like potatoes, that you can bury them as they grow. So I'm going to plant them deep, like 12 inches to start, and then hopefully I can pile them up as well. But we're going to put the compost and the wood chips and then do just right there on top of the cardboard, and then we'll start on this row. You can barely see him since he's camouflaged. Thank goodness he's got a red tractor. Thank goodness for a tractor that we aren't scooping and shoveling and doing wheelbarrows of this.
Does this tractor make me look fat?
No, I can't even see you because you're camouflaged. It's like a green screen. It's just a tractor driving itself. Okay, so this is really high, but that's what we want because as it ages, it's going to break down and it will compress. And we wanted to suppress the weeds. And this soil here is decomposed granite, which I don't know if any of you work with decomposed granite soil. It's kind of horrible. It's like working with concrete and quicksand and regular sand all at the same time. When it's dry, it's hard as a rock, and then when it's wet, you sink down in it and water just goes right through it. So the soil here is really bad. The rest of our property is great, but here is not good. So we want to put in a lot of good compost and good soil so that the flowers have good stuff to grow in before they hit the DG. And I'm hoping that that the dahlias won't ever actually get that deep. Dahlias aren't really a super deep grower. So hopefully it will work. He's bringing wood chips now. Okay, so this one ended up being, it's about 18 inches deep. We did 2 scoops of compost, 2 scoops of wood chips, 1 scoop of wood chips on top of it. So it's about 18 inches. I don't know, my camera's so crooked. Joey's fine. He wants me to help him catch chickens and I won't help him, so that's why he's crying. So now we're gonna do the rose one. Okay, so we are done with this part. We got to go somewhere for an appointment. So we're gonna come back later this afternoon and I'm gonna put down another row of plastic on that outside, and then I'll rake out all of the bark so that the bark is covering the weed cloth, and then we'll get the roses planted. So, all right, we are back and I am on a mission to get this done. It is getting to be sunset. You can see the sun's right in my eyes behind the camera. But I want to get this done tonight, so I'm trying to get done what I can. So we got the wood chips in. Now I'm trying to lay out the rest of the plastic here that will go down to mark the next row, and then I think we will be done for now. This row is going to be a 2-foot wide walkway with a row of lavender in it. So I'm going to lay this out, and then I got to dig out. You can see here I've got my pointer. It's not really a pointer, but you can see here all along here I need to cut down that. So right here I laid out 48 inches. This is where the tractor didn't do a straight line. So I laid out 48 inches along the bed the whole way down, and all of this needs to be cut out by hand. So I'm going to do the first 12 feet here where the menorah is going. Then I'm going to let somebody else finish it, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I want to get this plastic laid out tonight. So here we go. Look at that sunset tonight. It's gorgeous. You're crazy. What? What other shovel? I don't have the little shovel up here. Just the big one. Alright. So it's dug out now. So now what I'm going to do is roll out the plastic and get it laid out flat. And then tomorrow we'll have somebody stronger than me dig the back part.
Because I was walking on it. Because it wasn't so big. So what?
Okay, all done. Yeah, we're done with it. Get off there. Alright, so then what I'm doing with the plastic is I'm having it go down into the bed about 6 inches because there's not going to be a plant there, and that way the weeds hopefully will have a harder time coming through the bed into the bed from where they're growing now. So, you see I'm going to put it go down, and that's why I had to dig it out. I want it to go down into here about 6 inches. On this side of it, I'm not going to have it go down into the bed because this side on over this way is going to be a walkway. So we're going to actually overlap this with another piece all the way down. So this side I'm just going to put it in the ground. Stake it down. Alright, I'm not going to go all the way with it because I need to be able to drive the tractor to dump into the next row. So for now it's just going to be this long. Alright, so now we need to rake out the wood chips. Alright, we need to get the wood chips raked out and then we're going to plant some roses finally. I'll hold it in place, which I shouldn't have put them in. Shouldn't have put the wood chips on yet. I didn't think about this part. I forgot about this part. But it is what it is. We'll have the wood chips over it. So this bed I'm not doing as deep as the Dahlia bed because the roses are going to grow down into the native soil and Dahlias will not. So alright, wood chips are mostly flat, mostly straight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the twine and we are going to measure in 1 foot from each side of the bed so that the roses have 2 feet in between them in the middle and they're a foot off of the pathway. I think that should give them enough space, and then we're going to do them 2 feet apart, staggered every other, like on the diagonal. So let's do that part. And then we're going to do them 2 feet apart, which is pretty close for roses, but because they're cut flower roses, I think that'll be okay. That's what I've read, is that it's close enough because you're keeping them pruned. You're not letting them get wild and crazy because you're cutting the flowers off of them. So our first one here. Here. I should have dug these holes before I put in the wood chips, so the wood chips aren't falling down into them, but I think we'll be okay. going to dig the holes, and then I'll put the twine back when I put the roses in, so that their trunks will all be center. All right, holes are dug. Now, all right, first rose is going in the ground. Okay, I think I just recorded. All right, I think I just recorded a whole bunch of planting the roses that didn't record, so that's cool. All right, so I've got most of them in the ground. I've buried them pretty deep. You can see here. Hi, Otis. In a line 12 inches from the border. Otis is in our way. Otis, move. Come on, get. And got them buried. Got 6 of them all the way down. They came with stakes holding them in the box, in the package, these bamboo stakes that were with them. But I think those were just in the box so that the limbs wouldn't break on them. So I am taking them out. I can't imagine. I've never seen a rose stake that wasn't a tree rose. So, a standard they call them. So, we are almost done planting. We've got one left. Hey, get off of me. Why are you being such a pill today? Why are you being such a pill today? You're such a big pill. Okay, there we go. 6 roses in the ground that you cannot see because they are buried in twigs, and all they are is twigs. But let me see if I can get a close-up of them. And we are getting dark. It's getting past sunset at this point. So I am going to not do any more tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to transplant the ones that are in our front flower garden back here as well. So then we'll have 12 roses back here planted, ready to start blooming, which I'm super excited about. All right, have a great night. Bye. All right, so here they are planted in the ground. So again, we have Paris de Yves Saint Laurent. Again, I don't speak French. We have Parfuma Earth Angel. We have Otis in our way. We have, this one is Hot Cocoa. I'll put the roses on the screen for you, pictures of them. We have Mr. Lincoln, and then 2 Coco Loco. So interestingly enough, all of these had really good root balls on them with soil that they held together really well, except for the Coco Locos. I'm not really sure why. They kind of just fell apart, which is fine. I don't need the root balls, but it's just interesting. So tomorrow I'll do a whole other line right there, and then we'll be done with the roses. right, bye.